Alrighty guys, this is Snugs on Blitz, and I'm back with another video for you today. So yesterday I shared with you my top 5 best Tier 7 tanks. However, as I said, Tier 7 is a little bit special because they have these special nation tanks. So what I did yesterday is I removed them and went with my top 5 tanks. Today I'm putting them back in, and now you get to see how they compete versus the tech tree tanks and whether any tech tree tanks can make the top 5. So let's jump right in. Coming in at number 5, I'm gonna have to give it to the Tiger P. Yes, I think the combination of its gun, mobility, and decent armor is strong enough to compete against most tanks, and even new players will be able to do well with it, especially against lower tiers. So I definitely think it's a tank you want to pick up. Coming in at number 4. No, it's not this tank, the Helsing. It's actually the T-29. Yes, yesterday it was in the coveted first position, but when you add in these special tanks, I'm sorry to say, but the T-29 drops down to number 4. The reason being is, although I think it's probably stronger than number 3 on this list, I think newer players will struggle with it because they don't know how to use gun depression, and they don't realize how strong the tank's armor really is. The result is either they sit back and not use their armor at all and let their teammates take the hits, or they just put their tank in a bad position which allows them to take hits easily. So that's my number 4, the T-29. Coming in at number 3, yes, you might have guessed it already, it's the Drac. No, it's not this tank. The Helsing is a heck of a tank. I think newer players will struggle with it just because they expect the 2 shots to go in every time. They sometimes play it a little bit too far back. They're not using gold shells against the Tier 8 tanks. It's still a great tank. I just think newer players will struggle with this. And compared to the other tanks on this list, I just think I've got to give it to them first. But number 3 is the Drac. Oh, I mean, this tank, that special auto track fixing mechanism. Its mobility is just magnificent. It is just so much crazy fun. You get 2 of them in a platoon, and they are super OP, especially against Tier 7 and 6. Against Tier 8, yes, the pen will struggle, but if you can just hold on and whittle the enemy down, yeah, Drac's mobility allows them to cause havoc in this game. So, yeah, I think it definitely deserves the 3rd spot on my list. Coming in at number 2. Now, really, it's tough to choose between these 2 tanks, number 2 and number 1. But I'm going to have to give it to the Annie. Yes, the Annihilator, with its 3-shot gun, great armor, especially the turret, that speed boost. It's got everything to dominate in this game. And in a good player's hands, I'll give this tank the 1st position. However, for newer players who sit back and think they can snipe with this tank, they're not going to take full advantage of it. Therefore, the number 1 spot has to go to the Smasher. That gun that it has is such a game changer. It can fight against Tier 8, no problem, using its gold shells. Great HE. Against Tier 7, it's extremely strong as well. And against Tier 6, it is absolutely dominating. It rips through light tanks like nothing. In many ways, the Smasher is like a 183 on steroids in a lower tier. That is just absolutely crazy. The accuracy, oh my gosh. So anyway, those are my top 5. Do you agree with my list? Maybe yes, maybe no, but to each their own, right? That's all I got for you today. I'll see you on the battlefield. Snugs on Blitz, out.